So good evening, guys. So in this React series, we are developing a project that is password generator project. So in the previous part, we have seen that how we are going to design the HTML page for the password generator. So now in this series, in this part, we are going to see how we are going to provide the styling to our password generator project. So for that purpose, let me import our folder in the VS Code here. So this is our password generator project. So now if you see here, let me run the our project here. So right now you will be seeing that our password project don't have any styling. So 04 here. And to run a project npm run dev we have to use npm run dev. So after that here what I am doing is if you see now, so this is my password generator web page. Right now, today in this part, we are going to see how we can provide this styling to our web page. It is looking so dull and don't have any attraction and nothing is there, no coloring, no style, no design is there. So now today in this part, we are going to see how we can put the design or styling to the web page. So always remember this thing, guys. Whenever we have to provide any styling to the web page, so for that purpose we have to go. Let me first of all close all the previous tags. So what right now which tab is important, that I will open. Okay, so right now if you see here, this is my password generator project. So before that we have not designed any HTML before. So this is the first time we are going to design it. So for that purpose, what we have to do is inside this index.html here, when remember this thing that whenever we have to provide any styling to the web pages, so you have to put inside the index.html. So this index.html is present inside this main folder only. This is our project folder, and inside this project folder here, this in the index.html is present. So as we know that to provide styling to the any web page, we have to write the CSS style sheets. So where we have to write inside the head tag, inside the head tag of the HTML style tag we have to open, and inside this style tag we have to write the styling part. So body. Here I am saying font family here I am saying Arial, Helvetica, sans serif. So after that background color I am giving as black. Background color I am giving as black. So after that color I am saying as white. Color I am saying as white. The text of the color is white. The text of the color is white. Display I am giving as flex. Display I am giving as flex. So after that here justify content I am giving as center. Justify content center. So here align items I am giving as center. Align item I am giving as center. Height here I am deciding as 100 viewport, 100 view height VH, and margin I am giving as 0 this time. So let's see at this point. Let me run the code and see how my output is appearing right now. So let me open. First of all, let's go inside our project directory. So after that, here what we have to do is npm run dev. So now if I run the server, you will be seeing that how my output is coming right now. So right now you will be seeing that my output is coming something like this. Okay. So here the background color is now black, and whatever the text we have, that is in the white color. Fine. So now let me minimize this thing, and let me once again write. Let's provide styling to the other part. So dot container, and here I am providing the styling to it. And so background I am saying as background I am saying as hash hash 1e 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 2f 1e 1e 2f. So this is the background I want to provide. The moment I am providing background, let's see what happens here. So the background of the password generator is now changed to that color. Fine everyone. So now here so padding I am giving here as padding here I am giving as 20 pixels, padding 20 pixels. So color I am giving here as padding. After padding, I have to give the border radius also. So this time I'm giving border radius. This time I'm giving as border radius and 10 pixels. I'm giving border radius as 10 pixels. So box shadow I'm giving here as box shadow. So 0, then 4 pixels, then after that 10 pixels, 10 pixels, then after that RGBA, and 255 I have to write here 255. Then once again here also 255 and 255. Then once again 255. Here also 255. Here also 255. Then here I have to give 0.5. Instead of this alpha, I have to give 0.5. So 0.5. So I hope this thing is clear. So after box shadow, I have to write the text align, and the text align I am giving as center. So now after the giving style to this after giving style to this container, so now let's see here how my output is coming. So now my output is coming something like this. Fine. So now let's provide styling to the button and other things here. So now after providing the styling to the container, here let's provide styling to the password box. So here I am saying password password dash box. So now if you see inside my if you go over here inside this src and let me open the app.jsx, so you will be seeing that we designed this container. Okay, so after that we have to design this password box. So to design this password box, as it is a class name, so dot class name syntax we have to follow. So dot password box we have written here. So to provide styling dot control V password box here, let me provide the styling here. So display I am saying as flex, display I am saying here as flex. Then after that here I'll align items I am saying as center, align items I am saying as center, align item I am saying as center. So background I am saying as white, background I am saying as white, background I am saying as white. So after that background I am saying as white. So padding is equals to 5 pixels. I am giving here padding 5 pixels, 5 pixels. So after padding, you have to give the border radius as 5 pixels, border radius as 5 pixels. So now let's see how my password box is appearing on the screen. So now my password box is something like this here. So now let's design the other part here. So after this password box, here password box input I have to write. So inside this password box, if you go here, so inside this password box, now we will be designing this input tag. Here we have to write the styling for this input tag here. So now for that, first of all, I will access this password box. Then inside this password box, input tag, I will write here input and I will provide the styling to it. So now border is equals to here, I am giving border is equals to none, border is equals to none. So after that outline, I am saying as none. Then flex, I am saying as flex here, I am saying as flex, I am saying as 1. So after that padding, I am saying as padding here, I am saying as 5 pixels, 5 pixels, padding 5 pixels. Then font size, I am saying as 16 pixels, 16 pixels. So now after password box input, let's see how my output is coming. So now my output is coming something like this. Fine. So now let's design our next component, that is after this password box input. So now let's design our copy button here. So let's design my copy button here. So to design the copy button, we have to copy the ID here. So this time I have not given the class. This time we have given the ID. So remember this thing, guys. Whenever we have to pick any element and that element have ID. So to pick that element, what we have to do is hash, then whatever the ID we have given, we have to put that. So here ID we have given as copy btn. So here I am writing background color. I am giving as background color, not color, sorry, background only. I have to give as background. I am giving as background. I am giving as blue. Blue color is fine. So after that here, color of the text I am giving here as white. Color of the text I am giving here as white. Color of the text I am giving as white. So border I am giving as none. Border here I am giving as none. So after that here padding I am giving here as padding here I am giving as 5 pixels, 5 pixels, then 10 pixels, 5 pixels, then 10 pixels, 10 pixels padding. So cursor I am giving as pointer, cursor I am giving here as pointer. So after that here border radius I am giving as border radius I am giving as 5 pixels, border radius 5 pixels. So here after that, after this designing the copy button, let's see how my output is coming. So now my output is coming something like this. Copy button is now perfectly looking good. Fine. So now here what comes next is we will be designing the controls. So controls means this part we have to design now, this part. So now inside this control, so here as the control is the let me see, the control have ID or class. So control has the ID, so not sorry ID, control has a class. So we got the idea that whenever we have to provide any styling to the element and that element belongs to any class, so dot whatever the class name we have given, we have to provide that. So dot controls here, I am saying margin top is equals to margin top. Here I am saying margin top is equals to 10 pixels. Margin top is equals to 10 pixels. So after that, here I am saying dot controls. Once again, dot controls input, input, and inside this input, I am saying particularly for type is equals to type is equals to type is equals to range. Type is equals to here I am saying as range. So when we have to follow this syntax, whenever there is a scenario that inside this input tag, we have specifically we have to design this type. Okay, so whenever there is a scenario that inside this opening input tag, I have to pick this type particularly. So for that purpose, what we did is we put this square brackets and which element, which component I want to pick, that type I want to pick. So I pick that thing. So here I am saying width, width here I am giving as 100%, 100%. So after that here, let me design the labels. So dot controls here and label tag I am designing here. So now here I am saying display inline block, display, display inline block, display inline block, display inline block. So after that here margin I am giving as 5 pixels. Margin here I am giving as 5 pixels. Margin here I given as 5 pixels. So now if I run this code here, you will be seeing that my output is now coming something like this. Fine, everyone. So in this part, we designed that. In the previous part, we just developed the HTML page. In this part, we designed the how my this CSS styles and look and feel of the HTML page we changed. And in the coming next part, we will be seeing that how we are going to apply the logic to generate the password here. Fine, and how we are going to copy that password. So all these logical aspects we are going to see in the next video. Thank you guys. Thanks a lot. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. Thank you guys. Thanks a lot.